Hello, heroes. Joe Smith here. I keep hearing or seeing these videos on YouTube about stock buybacks from corporations buy back stocks, and how these people doing these videos, they're mostly like liberal or communist YouTube channels saying that companies should not be allowed to buy back stocks because it just makes them richer or whatever. Okay, well, first of all, before I share my opinion on this, I want to say I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a stock expert. I got a few stocks of my own. I'm not going to go in details on that because I'm not a financial expert and don't want to, mislead you, misguide you, or whatever. I'm not a banker. I'm just a guy that has a business fixing shit. Fixing bicycles, fixing ATV four-wheelers, fixing lawnmowers, fixing chainsaws, fixing generators. Changing oil on lawnmowers mostly. So, I'm probably not. This is like entertainment purposes only. Don't take it as advice or anything. It's just my opinion. Do your own research on it. I might be 100% wrong. I don't know. But this is just my thoughts. This is my thoughts, my opinion, my thoughts. Okay, my opinion, my thoughts. And again, might be 100% wrong. So do your own research. But the way I see it, my opinion, my thoughts, when a company issues stock, they're issuing, they're trying to raise money, okay? They're asking you for a loan, and they're giving you a share of their company as collateral for the loan. So when you buy stock in a company, you're buying into their loan. You're buying a share of their loan. And some of these companies, not all of them, will pay a dividend. It's called a dividend. Okay? That dividend is like an annual interest payment, more or less. I got. Well, I don't want to list them by name or whatever, but not all my stocks, maybe half them, maybe a third of them, I think only about a third of them offer an actual annual dividend. It's usually somewhere between like 10 and maybe 40 cents a share. So yeah, you can buy a $150 share of their company or a $150 share of their loan, and maybe get paid 30 or 35 cents a year in interest. Of course, maybe the value of your share of the loan might go up $5 or $10 or something, and then you could sell it for maybe a $5 or $10 profit. And if you buy like 10,000 shares of their loan and it goes up for a $10 profit per share, then yeah, you might actually be able to flip your shares of the loan and make a nice little profit. Otherwise, if you just wait to collect interest annually, well, it's going to take forever for that interest or dividend to pay you back the money you spent on the loan, or their share of the loan. I mean, you're much better off just loaning the money directly, or being like a pawnbroker or paid-in loan or something, where they're getting like 20 or 30% interest, versus you getting like 35 cents for every like $150 share you buy. Buy $150 share of the loan and maybe get 35 cents a year interest payment on some of them, not all. A lot don't even do dividends. But the purpose of it is to like hold on for some time to where that share of their loan increases value, and then you can sell for a profit, or I guess they have what's called like short selling and stuff like that. And I have no idea how any of that works. I don't even know all the terms either. So if you want to learn about that shit, go watch someone else's video. But basically you're kind of gambling that the value is going to either go up or go down or something. But here's the thing. These companies offer these stock as collateral on loans. They need to raise money. They need to get a loan from the general population. It's like them websites like Kickstarter, or GoFundMe or whatever. Kickstarter, that you're like asking for a loan from these people. You're giving them a item or a product or sharing the company or something in trade for them loaning you some money. Well, same with the stock market. These companies are asking for a loan from the general public. These companies are doing crowdfunding. That's what the stock market is. The stock market is the original crowdfunding platform. You all heard of crowdfunding, right? Okay, well, the stock market's the original crowdfunding platform. These companies are crowdfunding loans from the general public. In exchange, you're giving a share of the company as collateral. You can go vote for a board of directors. You can, and other issues on their annual meetings. Excuse me. But when these companies buy back their stock, they're just repaying their loans. They issued loans, or they got loans through crowdfunding from the general public using ownership of the company as collateral, and now they're paying back those loans and reclaiming that ownership or reclaiming that collateral. So why should a company not be allowed to pay back their loans that they got through crowdfunding and reclaim their collateral? Why? That's what these liberals and communists are saying is wrong with America, wrong with corporations. That corporations in America should not be able to repay their loans that they got through crowdfunding and regain their collateral. Because that might make the rest of their collateral that's outstanding worth more. Oh, so what? Sometimes it might, sometimes it might not. That's a gamble you take. Well, there's been companies before like Enron and WorldCom, and maybe you bought Enron shares back in the day, and maybe you sold them, and some of you might have held on to them longer and too long to where they became worth nothing. So I mean, it's not like always when the companies repay their loans through crowdfunding, or crowdfunding loans, to where their outstanding collateral out there becomes worth more. Sometimes it becomes worth less. sometimes eventually the company forecloses or goes bankrupt or broke or whatever, closes down, and then the remaining collateral out there becomes worthless. Lots of times that's happened. So I don't see the point why these liberal Democrats, socialists, communists complain about corporations trying to repay their crowdfunding loans to regain their collateral. I mean, that's what companies should be doing after they start making money. I mean, yeah, some of these companies got to spend like millions or even billions to get going. It might take 10, 20, 30 years before they start making a profit. But after they do, they should be allowed to repay their loans and recoup their collateral. Just like you. If you take out a loan for a house, once you pay it off, you should be allowed to get the house back. Get the title for the house or whatever, do whatever you want. Or you take out a loan for a car, once you pay, you should be allowed to pay it off. I mean, think of it like this. If you take out a loan for a car for 5 years, and then after 5 years of paying for it, the bank says, oh, well, we're still not going to give you the title. Because that'd be greedy of you. That'd be greedy of you to want the title after paying off your loan. So we're going to keep the title and we're going to keep making you pay rent on it. What's the difference between telling a company they can't pay off their loans and regain their collateral? I mean, I might be wrong. I might be 100% wrong here, but that's my opinion. That's my view. Thank God we're in America. Thank God my brothers and sisters fought so us Americans can have our freedom of expression and speech and opinion. And feel free to comment. Tell me your thoughts, whether you agree or disagree. Feel free to disagree all you want. Just please no name calling, bullying, that type of shit or whatever. I'll ban you for that shit. But otherwise, disagree with me all you want. I'll gladly reply. I'll be as polite to you as you are to me. Thanks for watching. Joe Smith, sign out.